So first thing we're gonna work on here is half-assed it. Yeah, I think everybody was kind of feeling that way. I was planning on doing it, and then I woke up and we had gone and ran at the track and had a pretty good workout the day before, and I was pretty sore and didn't want to do it. So, and I don't know if she's getting up to come hang out today, but that's okay. She's been working hard, doing lots of workouts every day. We're either gonna do the what's up, Richard? We're either gonna do that hip flexor stretch on the couch, or we're gonna go to the pretzel. I haven't done that in a while, and I really want to because I know it always feels really good. So here, if we are doing the pretzel, we're sideline. I'm gonna grab hold. I'm gonna block my other knee here, my bottom knee with my hand, and then I'm gonna work on getting my shoulder back towards the floor. Hang out here for about 30 seconds or so. Trying to take some good breaths. Yeah, we're going to do some exercises we haven't done yet. Just kind of make it fun and change it up a little bit. You know, I want to keep things interesting. We've done a lot of exercises in 43 days. Try to, you know, I've always been about doing the basics and just doing the basics really well, but, you know, those can get boring, so definitely tried to figure out how to continue to express the basics, but do it in a way where it feels a little bit more novel, and nothing worse than being bored. So I always ask clients for feedback and see how they're doing, because now if they're getting real bored, then, you know, I'll plan the next week to be something like pretty different, maybe like new things that we can teach them, or it's important that you're looking forward to doing whatever it is you need to do, and that's where it helps a lot of times to set a goal, but it's just kind of tough with, I don't know how the group fitness instructors, well, I should have more, I don't know, appreciation for what they do to go in front of a big group and try to please everybody. It's got to be pretty challenging. Next thing we're going to do is basically going into that tall plank to a yoga position. What we're working on here is really just getting our shoulder blades moving from here to like really reaching and letting our shoulder blades move along the rib cage. So from here I'm nice and tall, and then I'm going to push my head through, and almost thinking about a little bit of a shrug at the top, like my shoulder blades are down and packed, and they're rotating up and through, getting a good calf stretch here as well. Let's go somewhere between 5 and 8. Next one, let's go to the, it's basically a posterior hip capsule stretch. So we're standing, let's see, I'm going to have my weight on my back heel, and as I step, I'm reaching the opposite hand here. What I'm looking for is that stretch on the back side. If you don't feel that much, you can always elevate it with a book or some other surface. You know, basically I'm shifting my weight back into my heel, not a ton of weight on that front leg, and then I'm reaching the opposite hand towards the middle of the foot, trying to sit back into that glute with a neutral spine. It's basically like a single leg RDL, just from a different stance position. And we're going to be doing some things from these staggered stances. The weight distribution will be a little bit different, but we're going to try and do some rows from here, so we get more of an alternating movement with our row. Get that rib cage moving. Like I said, 5 to 8 on each side, feeling a good stretch. If you don't feel it on one side as much as the other, I'll encourage you on the second round, just pay more attention to the side that feels tighter. I'm gonna turn this heater off real quick. Who's that? Good morning. What's up? Is that Julia? Hello. Good morning. And then the last thing we're going to work on once you've gone through those is... That's awesome. It's good to see you this morning. Hope you had an awesome day. We're going to do some arm bars here because we eventually will get to a get up. So it can be with a dumbbell, it can be with kettlebell, ideally something medium weight that you have pretty good control of. And so we're basically going to rack the weight, roll over to our side, and then we're going to work on trying to pack our armpits. And so we're kind of like releasing tension and then packing tension. So I'll show you what that looks like from behind here. Racked. I go side lying. I come to this kind of figure 4 position with my knee bent. And then from here I'm working on squeezing my shoulder blade, right? So I go from a relaxed position to squeezing my shoulder blade, packing it down. It's kind of the same tension that I'm going to want to feel when I go through the get up. And I'm controlling and packing my shoulder blade. Just practice that. Again, 5 to 8 on each side, just making sure we have that awareness. Kind of waking those muscles up. If you want to throw in a little bit of a rotational stretch here, I usually just feel that through my chest. Trying to get those hips flat to the floor. Offers a nice little stretch, and then we'll switch. And figure 4 from here. Again, I'm working on squeezing my shoulder blade. That's my relaxed position to squeeze. And I find it pretty interesting with a lot of pushing, pulling, whatever upper body variations that we have this. Sometimes we want to pack our shoulder and, like doing a bench press or something, like our shoulder blades don't move a lot and we want to be able to push a lot of weight. And then other times we want our shoulder blades to move because that's kind of their normal range of motion and we want to be strong in that too. And trying to figure out what exercises do what. I've been really trying to work on that with the course that I'm going to be shooting soon, but it's been really fun to kind of talk about that stuff and figure it out. We're going back to the beginning, so back to the hip flexor stretch or the pretzel, whichever one you feel more comfortable with. I'm going to switch this camera right here. So from here, that feels a little better than the first round, which is good. Take some good breaths. Try and bring that shoulder back towards the floor. Or you're doing the couch stretch where you're in half kneeling with your foot up. Whatever gets you to get this hip flexor and quad. Yeah, so much better than the first round. So about 30 seconds, and then switch. Yeah, I know, the spirit is getting a little crazy. I just can't stop playing with it because I've never had a beard, and that's like terrible, right? For these times when you're not supposed to touch your face. People keep telling me, they're like, you're touching your face. I'm like, I know, it's weird to have, it's weird to me. 30 years of never being able to grow a beard because of jobs that I've had that, like everywhere I've gone. What's funny is the last job that I had where I couldn't have a beard was in a grocery store. And later, after I, moved here to Seattle, I went back there because my parents still live by that grocery store, and I walk in and they all have beards. I'm like, what the heck? Like, they changed the rules after I left. And I could have had a beard probably like this when I was 18. I mean, I had to shave every single day. Yoga push up. So I fear, like, if I ever did leave pro club, that they would change the rules right after I left, and then I would be really pissed. I think Janelle's gonna attempt to give me a haircut today. I'm not sure how I think about, her thinking it's gonna be an attempt. Like, I want her to, I don't want to have my hair all messed up. I think she'll do great. I don't need anything fancy. Good. Back to that posterior hip capsule stretch. So we're standing, weight in the heel of the back leg, and then I'm shifting my weight back, basically like a single leg RDL, right? It's basically that same position, but with one leg in front, so it's gonna really help you get back into this hip. So I reach, and I come all the way up, squeezing my butt, lock out at the top, coming down, getting that stretch, opening up those hips, boom. I can't see who else, is that Amy? Good morning. We're just kind of moving around here, warming up, getting into some different positions, feeling some tension in some places, feeling some stretches in some others. Yeah, and it's like 5 to 8 on each side. I'm not feeling too much of a stretch on that side anymore. When you get finished here, we're going to go to one more arm bar, and then from there we'll actually go to the get up. I'll move this out of the way. It's really helping me. In between the get up, we're going to work on some single arm swings with a lateral step. It's kind of a new exercise that we haven't done yet. And so we'll have to go over instructing that. If you don't have kettlebells, then you'll stick to the dumbbell clean. Alright? Or you can do a snatch if you want something a little more challenging with it. Oh, what's up, Dan? How's your beard looking? I bet your beard's looking pretty good too. Dan's got a nice thick beard. Alright, from here going to that sideline position. Think about packing that shoulder in. So we'll go from a relaxed position to squeezing that shoulder blade. Packing it in. And we're just kind of practicing that for 5 to 8. So when you go through that get up, it's kind of the same tension that you want to get, right? You want to get that shoulder blade in a position where it's stable and not moving around, because you want the weight to be really stable, especially if it gets heavy. When you're putting that thing over your head, one thing you can try here, if you don't have a super heavy weight through your get-ups, is do a press through each step. So when you come to the elbow, you do a press. When you come to the hand, you do a press. And then half kneeling, go all the way to the upright position, and then do a press and see how that feels. If you want something to be a little more challenging here, I can try this probably with a 30. I think I can do that. But let's go through the full get-up. So we're on our side. We're going to rack from this fetal position. We're gonna roll over. We're gonna go with 2 hands and push the bell up, pack our shoulder. Okay, so from here, I mean, we can even press from the bottom here. Boom. And I'm coming up to the elbow. I'm not gonna press from there. I mean, you can. I'm gonna go to a little more stable position. Just a good try. Yeah, that's definitely more challenging. That's kind of fun though. Practice this one real quick. So over here. Yeah, still press from here. Just make sure you're nice and stable. Sit back into your hips a little bit. Fetal position. We're going to roll to your hands. Wow, it's kind of awkward on the side there. Get the last of our pressing in for these next few days. We're definitely working on a lot more rows and pulling tomorrow. Tomorrow's my favorite day. I was feeling pretty good after all those squat and split squat variations last week. Okay, so you're either working on 20 dumbbell alternating clean, so you're gonna from here, I'm gonna clean, or you can snatch if you don't have too heavy of a weight. That's fine, but for everybody who has a kettlebell, we're gonna do a swing with a lateral step. So we'll start in a front rack position. So, it's just gonna be more, like less awkward this way. Swing, pull it up, clean it. So from here, you can either just do 10 on each side, or you can try to alternate hands, but from here I'm going to take a lateral step here, boom, 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 20 all together. No idea how many I'm at, but it's fun. How do those feel? I think those are pretty fun. What else we got in here? Okay, let's get back to the get up. You can either go to a heavier get up and progress through, or you can try and do the press through each one, but stay with like a medium to lighter weight if you're going to do a press between each one. I think I'm just going to go heavy and work on just the get up. Grab that 20. I think it's time for me to get a 24 kg kettlebell in here. Heaviest thing we got is a 20. It's just nice. It's a good challenge, but I think it's hard to get bells anywhere. I was trying to see if I could order and show my client how to order through a couple of the sites that I recommended. They were all backed up and full. Alright, starting from that fetal position, I'm going to roll with the bell. press up with 2 hands. I'm gonna push and pull myself up with the elbow at the same time, trying to keep everything nice and like tension through everything so that I'm not off balance. What I encourage you to do is take your time through each position and really stabilize yourself. I'm on the elbow, like, am I stacked? Do I feel good tension? From here, am I stacked? Am I really, like if somebody was pressing down on your fist, where is the tension going to be? Is it going to be slack? Or are you going to be able to keep it all together so that you're just one solid unit from one hand to the other? Because that's what we're looking for. Not the best start, but we're going. Okay, we're either going to dumbbell clean, alternating, or dumbbell snatch if you want to make it a little more challenging, or we're doing a lateral step swing. Encourage you to start from a front rack position with these swings though. It's just going to be a little bit easier to get into rhythm. Either way, 20 all together, no matter what you're doing. Here. Catch your breath. We got one more round. What's up, Rowan? I didn't see you yesterday, but I could hear you yelling at me. Rowan lives down the street with Nathan, She-Big. And I was going over to say hi to their house, and Rowan was yelling at me through a window I couldn't see. Okay, last get up. I think I'm going to go back to trying the press between each one. That was kind of fun. Lighten up the weight a little bit. Alright, let's do it. One more round of each. Other side. Nice, missed the press. 2 here since I missed the first one. How you guys doing? How you feeling? One more set here. Feeling good, good. That alternating swing. I think this is a pretty fun exercise. I'm having fun with it. Alright, let's do it. I'm gonna start in that rack. Catch your breath. Try to find one of your lighter weights here for the next one. We're going to kind of build on that lateral position here a little bit. We're going to do a lateral squat. So from here, you're going to have the weight in the opposite hand. Shifting the weight. Boom, back up. You can alternate or you can do 10 on one side. Doesn't matter. Just trying to reinforce that position of being able to shift all of our body weight over one foot. Right? I'm going to be on the inside of my foot. My straight leg is not going to be flat. My foot will not be flat. It will be a little bit on the arch. Got my foot flat and then foot at an angle. Trying to sit into those hips. Still staying in an upright position here. This is basically like speed and agility. This is the position of the hips and the body that you would see when we're going to change direction. Listen to a really interesting presentation by a guy named Justin Moore. He trains a lot of athletes, and a lot of youth athletes, and his big thing is trying to emphasize speed and agility for athletes. Is like, you know, it's good that we get in the weight room and get strong, but most of what they do on the field is really this stuff of being able to shift their weight, and how do we teach them how to do that and do it well. And some really interesting research articles about, you know, kids who are able to stay more upright in their cuts, like in their torso, are going to be a lot faster. So, I mean, things that seem kind of obvious if you've kind of been around that scene, but to kind of reinforce it with good research was cool to see. We're going for about 10 each side here. And then like being able to get in and out of your hips quickly, and like being able to like study all that stuff and prove it so that, you know, coaches will keep in mind that that is a very important aspect of sport. Weight room is good, but got to be able to move in a lot of different directions if you want to be a good athlete. We're going to partner this with some lateral skater jumps. And so from here, again, let's do 30 altogether. So 30 touches of getting your weight shifted. You can go on your own time. Really trying to recoil yourself over that hip. Everything comes over. You're going to rotate. Boom. Think about it like a spring. Like you're trying to coil everything up into the hip, and then you're out. In, out. In, out. In, out. Like a speed skater, right? They're a great example of that ability to get in and out of their hips. "30 touches all together, right? Nice and tall. Trying to sink down into more of like a quarter squat to half squat position. It was really cool how he was able to take some of the postural things that we talk about, how we're like more dominant on our right side, and like how he was able to give you exercises to help kids like get out of their right hip or get into their left hip, and like teaching them how to use their body without getting into a ton of detail about. I mean, he did get into a lot of detail about it, but not to the level that he could have. Oh, Tasha's still around. What's up, Tasha? Okay, next one we got is a side plank with a reach on the top. And so what we're looking for here is really trying to compress the rib cage on one side and open up the other. Sup. And this is basically what we're doing when we're doing this like alternating movements, right? We're compressing one side, open on the other side, and then we want to be able to do it, compress on one side, open on the other side. That's high level athletics right there, if you can do that. So from here, we're in that side plank, compressing on one side. I'm going to reach overhead and trying to breathe into the other side. 5 to 8 good breaths here. Now I'm starting to sweat. Switch. Crushing it. Yeah. Miss you guys. We gotta chat soon. I haven't talked to you guys in a couple weeks. I see a lot of content. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are doing awesome stuff. I've definitely not been as active on my Medium things, but I'm working on some things slowly, at kind of my own pace. I'm definitely taking advantage of the downtime. Just kind of having a good time decompressing and set 5 to 8. You know, the funny thing about this shirt is it's not even mine. It's actually Janelle's brother's. I don't know how it ended up here, but I was like, well, this shirt doesn't fit anybody else, so I started wearing it and I was like, oh, this fits pretty good. Where do we start? Lateral squat. And now, I don't know, she showed me a picture of him and I was like, hey, that's the shirt. It's pretty funny. I have no idea how it ended up in my house, but I'm not complaining. I like it. It's a nice shirt. Again, here we're trying to coil all of our weight over one foot. Get a little bit of rotation. Reach over. Try and stay upright. Get into those hips. You can even take this back free arm and put it behind you. That'll help you rotate a little more. Should feel your butt and your legs doing all the work. Go 10 on each side here. Okay, 30 taps, right? Back and forth. Get that body weight over. Rotate. Coil. Stay low in that quarter squat position. If our head's bobbing up and down, it's not really a great sign of agility, right? If I come up out of it, I want my force to go lateral, not up. Well, unless you're going for a dunk or something. Been watching lots of dunks lately with that Michael Jordan documentary. Or I guess it's the bulls, it's everybody. Pretty cool. Well, I'm starting to feel my glutes. That's a good sign. Okay, back to that side plank, right? Be conscious of your body here. We're trying to compress one side, open the other. If it felt harder to breathe on one side than the other, we're going to spend more time on that side that felt like it was harder to get a breath in. Most of the time that's going to be left side down, right side up. Or at least you should be feeling like you get a better stretch maybe out of this. I don't know. Be conscious of your body. I'm going to spend my time here on the left side. Really trying to decompress this right side of the rib cage as I breathe in, keeping good tension in my abs on that left side. You can switch, or you can stay on the side that you want to work on. And then we got one more round. It's a little bit shorter workout today. I think it's probably going to go about 45 minutes, but got me sweating. And tomorrow is going to be our harder day. We're really going to try and crank up some of the sets on those split squats and squats and all that pulling variations. I want tomorrow to be a pretty challenging day, so today should not leave you feeling too crazy fatigued. But hopefully you felt like it was a good workout and it was worth your time to come in this morning. Always appreciate you guys keeping me accountable of waking up, doing the workouts. I've definitely gained a couple pounds, and I don't know that they're all good pounds because there's no way that I'm gaining tons of muscle being outside of the gym. And we're still lifting, we still have decent weights, but that's just my guess. So it's good that I'm able to stay on track with some stuff. All right, last round, lateral squat. Really shifting the weight. 10 each side. All right, 30 taps, skater. Last time with those side planks with the overhead reach. Obviously the other variations here would be, going to the knees, and you can push away with both hands to get you to face your torso towards the ground a little bit. I think you're going to get a little bit more of the obliques turned on the front side, which is what we're looking for. Once you have that position, you can reach overhead. keeping good position here, trying to keep your butt tucked, ribs down, all the things that we talk about from all the other positions that we do. Dan with the thumbs up. I don't know what the thumbs up is for, but thanks. That's one thing I'm missing, Dan, is some heavier weights. I feel like I'm getting weak. I feel strong otherwise. I've been like going to the track, I've been running a little bit. That feels pretty good. Man, I get really sore from that. It's different. But just not being able to get under like some heavy weights and like some heavy trap bar and stuff, I just miss that. But on the upside, I have gained some weight, which is good because it's super hard for me to do typically, but I think just, you know, not moving around as much and cooking a lot more and eating better food, all those things are accumulating to more of me, which is fine because when we get back to the gym, yeah, I plan on getting back to lifting heavy again and using all that extra calories to build some more muscle. But that's all we got for today. Pretty easy, pretty light. Some things to set us up for a good Thursday. So tomorrow, yeah, we should take us the whole hour actually to get through tomorrow because it's gonna be we're gonna be cranking into bumping up the sets to 4 sets of a lot of stuff we were doing. So hope you guys have a really awesome day. It looks like it's not going to be as hot maybe today, which is a nice change. Yeah, have a good day. Be ready for tomorrow. Plan to work hard. Get your best weights out. And yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow morning. Heck yeah, thanks for coming. If you guys didn't show up, I don't know that I would have kept doing this, so I'm super happy to keep doing it. I mean, it keeps me accountable, so thank you so much, Richard. I will see you tomorrow.